Welcome everyone to this quick 10-minute or so warm-up yoga video. Just that you can squeeze in anytime during the day. You could add it to a longer yoga practice. I have meditation videos. You could start with a meditation video and then do this video and just at least have something to help to warm you up and calm your mind to get started, or just do it as a standalone practice. So we're going to focus a lot on the neck and the shoulders, just getting some movement and awareness into how we're feeling with that today. I always think it's nice to have a blanket handy, some kind of blanket handy, and if you have yoga blocks, have yoga blocks or something that can give you a little height from the floor. So it could be water bottle, it could be a stack of books, but really the yoga blocks, I have cork ones here, but the foam yoga blocks are not very expensive to purchase, and they come in really handy. So let's start just by letting your left ear relax towards your left shoulder. We'll just hang out here for a few breaths. So I'm not trying to bring my shoulder up to my ear. I'm just letting my head relax towards the shoulder. And you should start to feel a good stretch on the opposite side of your neck. So if my left ear is relaxing towards my left shoulder, you feel a nice stretch on the right. And then you could even reach your right arm out to the side and start to rotate the shoulder. So externally rotate the shoulder so the palm faces up. And then internally rotate so the shoulder, the top of the shoulder comes forward and your thumb's going to be facing towards the back. And just slowly move back and forth, noticing the line of tension and energy that this creates. The next time your thumb is facing forward, just start to lower your fingertips toward the floor. And then lift your arm up. So notice as you lower down, you get more of a stretch. As you lift up, it kind of releases the stretch. The next time, reach your arm up and externally rotate the shoulder so the thumb is facing back, and reach your arm over your head. And then about shoulder height, rotate the shoulder inward a little bit and reach up again, externally rotate, reach across. And one more time, rotate the shoulder, lower down, and slowly let your head float back up. Just take a moment to close your eyes. Notice the difference between the energy in both sides of your neck. So we'll do the other side now. So just let your right ear relax towards your right shoulder. Reach your left arm out to the side. And you might already notice a difference between the two sides. We'll just start to externally rotate the shoulder so the top of the shoulder head moves towards your back body, and internally rotate where the top of the shoulder head moves toward your front body. Try and let your neck be relaxed and just let the weight of your head hang towards your shoulder as you rotate your arm back and forth. So notice you might start to pick your head up a little bit. That's okay, just let it return to relaxing. Next time, with your palm facing down, lower your hand to the floor and just kind of hold it there for a few breaths. Just letting the feeling of this big stretch in your neck, just noticing how that feels. And reach your arm up about shoulder height, externally rotate the shoulder, and reach your arm over and across. So every time you come to shoulder height, you're going to switch the rotation of your shoulder. You don't have to reach across very far. It's really more about having a more intense stretch and then kind of releasing that stretch. But you kind of can shift the stretch to the underside, to the side body, and to the underside of your shoulder. So we'll just do one more reach. And lower your hand down again. Let your head float back up. Oh, and just take a moment to just notice, like if it feels like you grew an inch or so in your neck. So you want the shoulders to relax away without pulling them down. Just let them relax away. And bring your hands level with your chin. And we're just going to turn our head from one side back to center and to the other side. And the idea of the hands being here is so that you don't drop your head or lift your head away. We're just trying to keep that level movement. If you want, you could inhale to the center and exhale to the side. And try not to whip your head from side to side, but just move in a slow, controlled way. Just gliding back and forth. Good. One more time each side. Notice if your neck is starting to free up a little bit. Good. Come back to center. Lower, let your chin lower toward your chest. Interlace your fingers on the back of your head. And do not push down with your hands, but just let the weight of your hands, let your chin tuck in more to your chest. Let your back round. And then just very gently push your head up into the resistance of your hands. And feel that stretch in the back of your neck. Really all the way into the back of your shoulders. And if anything, we're just like pushing up into our hands. And just breathe here. Maybe letting your back round even a little bit more. Not forcing anything, but more just tuning in and allowing the movement to happen. Then release your hands. Keep your fingers interlaced and rotate the palms up. And really reach up through the palms of your hands. So your shoulders lift up by your ears. And this is what naturally happens, and we want to allow it to happen when our arms are overhead. And bring your hands forward about shoulder height and push forward, letting your back round, and then pull back, bringing your chest towards the back of your hands. And push forward, rounding your back, and lift up, bringing your chest towards your hands. Not arching too much, but just kind of inviting you into a nice long spine. Do that a couple more times. Good. And now cross your wrists. So your left wrist is on top of the right. Interlace your fingers with the right pinky finger on top. And we're just going to bend our elbows, draw our hands in towards our chest, and see if you can straighten the arms. Now, if you can only get to here, that's okay. If you can straighten, just do it gradually and begin to move back and forth. Just nice and slowly. And if you don't have the range of motion to straighten your arms all the way, it may come with time. It may not. It depends on how much you use your wrists and if you've had any injuries, things like this. The next time, switch the cross of your wrist, but keep the pinky finger on top of the wrist that's on top. So my right wrist is on top, the right pinky finger is going to be on top. And same movements here. Just nice and slow. And one more time. Reach your arms over your head so your fingers are not interlaced anymore, but the palms are together. Squeeze like you're trying to push your hands away so that the palms actually push into each other more. And notice how like your arms will become almost like a vice grip around your head. So keep that energy. You can always soften it if you want to a little bit. So we don't want to create strain, but we want to create some tension to just feel this alignment. And then keeping your right hip rooted, start to stretch over to the left. Keep reaching out through your fingers and rooting down through your hip. And come back up to center, root down through your left hip as you stretch across to the right. And just slowly glide from side to side. Feeling a nice length in your spine, Feeling how like everything is connected in your body, and you feel this sense of being strong and connected and able to move safely, but enough freedom and feeling of being relaxed that you can just glide from side to side. And we'll come back to center and just switch the cross of the wrists. So the opposite wrist is in front, and same thing. Just slowly glide from side to side. You know, I didn't count the first side, but maybe we'll just do like 5 on this side. Three more. Try and keep the length. Like, try not to sag, but like if you reach through your fingers, it's going to lengthen your whole spine. Or it has the potential to do that. I can't ever really say exactly what's going to happen to you, but I can have like a pretty good idea based on my own experience. And just from teaching lots of people and noticing what their experience was. And now separate your hands and bring your arms into a cactus position. And then let your spine round, bring your elbows and your forearms together. Then inhale. Create a little arch in your upper back. You can even pull the elbows forward a little bit for a lift. And then exhale, round your back. Bring your elbows and your forearms together. We're just gonna go back and forth from a little itty bitty back bend to just a slight rounding of our back. Back and forth. And then come back to a cactus position. We're gonna pull our hands down and pull our hands back. So the whole forearm is kind of more or less to try to pivot on the elbow. And now we're gonna have one hand down and one hand up. So I've got my left hand facing down, my right arm facing up. And we're just gonna switch from side to side. And just a few more of these. Moving back and forth. I'm trying to keep my elbows in the same place as best I can. Good. And then reach your arms out to the side. Lower your left hand down and reach over to the right and just glide back and forth. Just a nice smooth motion. And because I'm trying to keep this video fairly short, just something you could easily fit into your day, just like about 10 minutes. You can interlace your fingers behind your back and just reach back behind you. And then release your hands, reach your arms up and reach up side to side, fingertip to fingertip. Like reaching your left fingertips up and then reaching your right fingertips up. And bring your hands together, bring them down in front of the heart. I hope that your neck and shoulders feel like different and really good and help you feel nice and relaxed. Thank you so much for joining me with this video. Please tell your friends, subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll see you on the mat.